Hey, let's talk about the law of attraction. So my name is Hughes, and in this video I want to talk about one of the biggest problems with this book, The Secret, and I want to talk about how important it is to kind of understand that there's actions that need to be taken in order to make this whole law of attraction thing work. Now I want to give you a specific example. About 8 years ago, I learned about the cars from Tesla. The Tesla Roadster, the Model S, the Model X, and now the 3. And what happened was I've wanted this car for years, and until recently, I actually just bought one. I wouldn't see them very often because I lived abroad and they didn't really sell where we were living at the time. What happened, we're now based out of St. Pete, Florida, and I've started to kind of recognize these cars more and more. I'd see them, just driving down the highway or, in parking lot. What happens is this happens to a lot of other people with the types of cars that they get. Like maybe you get a brand new car, and what happens is as soon as you kind of make the decision that you're gonna get that car, you'll start to see it more often. And it's not like the cars were just invisible before. I guess in your reality, they were kind of invisible. The fact of the matter is, it's just that you weren't aware of how many of this type of car was out there. And it's a really weird thing. Like if you get a new Toyota Corolla, my dad just got a Corolla. And what happens is I went and picked it up for him, and I would see that same car all over the place, like the different front, the different back. And prior to that, I didn't see that. The same is true with the Teslas. I see them all the time now. And it was when I made the decision to actually, purchase one that it really just kind of overwhelmed me with things. I started to see them everywhere. And with this whole law of attraction thing, the whole idea is that the things that you focus on become more a part of your life. It's not that they're magically gonna appear and just like put a couple $100 million in your pocket for no reason. It's that your attention is kind of drawn towards them a little more. And another example for this is with juggling. I started juggling when I was like 8 years old. I'm 30 now, so you can do the math at how long I've actually been doing this. For me, every time there's like a commercial or a movie or a TV show and someone's like off in the background juggling, I see it. And most other people don't because they're not on like the juggling wavelength, which is kind of weird to say, but they're not like trained to see these things. And it's just like with the cars. Like once you start to kind of acknowledge that they're there, you start to see it more often. And with the law of attraction, that's what you need to kind of think about, is the focus that you have right now. Maybe you're in a bad position financially, maybe you're not as healthy as you want. The thing is, you're probably reaffirming this with yourself. Like if you're not in the shape that you want, you might be eating pizza all the time or going to fast food places, and what'll happen is you'll often find yourself like, I can't believe I'm getting this cheeseburger again, or why am I lounging on the couch right now? Like why am I drunk? Like whatever it happens to be at the time for you. And if that's the instance right now, it's perfectly fine. Like it's all part of where you're at. Like the things you did in the past got you to where you are now. The good news is the things that you do now will get you to where you want to be. So with this, it's just kind of changing the wavelength that you're on. So if you are trying to improve yourself, especially if you're trying to like improve your financial situation, what you need to do is start asking a little bit better questions. So if you're, you have a job and you're at a certain level and you have been there for a while, a good kind of question to start asking is like, what would it take for me to get to the next level, the next promotion, whatever it happens to look like? If you run a business, the same thing is true. If you've been stuck at a certain level, it's the question, like, what would it take for me to do this? Or how can I do this? And what's gonna happen is like, our brains are crazy powerful. They're gonna start seeking out answers to those questions. So if you ask like, how can I make $5,000 a month? Or how can I make $10,000 a month? That kind of question forces you to search for answers. It's a weird thing to talk about like right now. That you might think I'm a freaking weirdo, which is fine. But the thing is, these questions, they dictate the answers that you get. So if you're, not happy with your financial thing, your mindset is probably like, I'm broke, this sucks, I can't believe I'm here, I don't deserve any more. Like these are things that like we naturally say as humans just because we don't know any better. And I've done this too. Like I go through these like patterns quite a bit, and you've got to like snap yourself out of it. You've got to start asking better questions. And it's just like, okay, how can I get to $10,000 a month? What will it take me to create a business that allows me to get to $10,000 a month, or whatever it happens to look like for you? These questions that you're asking, they're gonna force your brain to actively search for the answers. And it all starts with that. It's like asking the right questions, and then the answers that you get back, it's gonna be like, oh, you need to provide more value, you need to sell more products, you need to do this, you need to go to the gym every day, you need to stop eating pizza for every meal. Your brain's gonna give you these answers, and then it's simply doing those things every single day. It's taking the action, like working towards it, like chipping away at that goal every single day. And it's not easy, but that's what I'm here to help you with. I want you to achieve your goals, and it all starts with asking the right questions, and then following those steps. So thank you so much for watching. This was kind of a longer-winded answer than I originally was planning on, but that tends to happen when I get kind of excited about stuff and I try to provide answers to these difficult questions. So if you have questions, anything else, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you haven't clicked the subscribe button, subscribe so you can get more videos. I'm doing a lot of trainings, everything from mindset to business to fun travel. I even have a channel for my new Tesla. I'll link that up in the comments down below as well so that you can see that and see if you want to look at Crazy Passion. I love the car, it's so fun to drive. That's besides the point. So thank you again for your time. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.